all those topics. Now, they're not discontinued. Show of hands, how many? Keep your hands up so I can count.
30 seconds to count.
Because I still have my shoes on. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Gracious God, slow to anger, abounding in love and in faithfulness. But his anger is now kindled, and the Israelites are given a course correction. This reminds me of a little 3-year-old bowling. This morning, this crossed my mind. You know, they put those bumpers up, and the little 3-year-old will throw the ball, and it'll crash into each side. Still is moving forward, but it's getting this course correction all the way down the lane to eventually get it to where it's headed. Well, that made me think of the Israelites. You know, they're going in the right direction. You know, God has them going in the right direction, but man, they need these course corrections to make sure that they're going to get where they need it to be. Well, this is a course correction. For 18 years, they oppressed all the Israelites on the east side of the Jordan, Gilead, the land of the Amorites. The Ammonites also crossed the Jordan to fight against Judah, Benjamin, and Ephraim. Israel was in serving the Baals. And this appeal was faith in true repentance. You know, we see repentance here before us, that they have sinned. They've identified their specific sins. They're identified who alone they have sinned against, and they knew they had done wrong, knew who they had to turn to, and were prepared to then forsake the God to show their sincerity. Several years later, Nehemiah talked about this in his prayer. For many years you were patient with them by your spirit. They paid no attention, so you gave them into the hands or abandoned them. For you are a gracious and a merciful. He said it well. Nehemiah said that well. The Hebrew word for mercy is ramim. And as expected, the definition includes compassion, favor. You know, it's kind of the idea that I had of mercy. What surprised me, what I had never really considered before, is this idea is deeply moved with his being deeply moved by their cries for help, even moved to answer their cries for help. Jesus gave us a glimpse of how God can be deeply moved at the death of Lazarus, more the death of Lazarus. And then during the triumphal entry, as he approached Jerusalem and saw the city, he wept over it and said, if you had only known on this day what would bring you peace, but now it is hidden for your eyes. So this idea of God being deeply moved in his response, leading to his mercy and his compassion for the people, for me to consider that God, on my cries for repentance, is deeply moved to respond. And so what peace we have. You know, what encouragement that gives us.
One night.
How far God will go. That and investing.
Yeah. He's just, and we talked last week, he's just and merciful. A perfect combination. Did I skip over that? Mm-hmm. Yeah. The rain falls on the just and the unjust. You know, what